All right, boys, Metro Boomin on the pod today. Before we get into the podcast, if you guys love to fire on sports, said this many, many times, but you guys need to download the Prize Picks app. Download that in the App Store. Prize Picks is really fun and fire because instead of betting on teams, you're betting on individual players. So if you guys know sports really well and you know players, Prize Picks is really, really fun to fire on. Each player has a set projection, and then you can either choose more or less than that set projection. I also got you guys on a 100% deposit code, up to $100. So if you put in $100, dang, they're matching that $100. Just use code NELK. It's also available in 70% of the United States. It's available in California, Texas, Florida. So yeah, download the Prize Picks app. Fire away, boys. Let's get into the podcast.
Metro!
Boomin for the comeback. Steve Nash, I'm about to bring the sun back. Forecast looking bright for the comeback. Can't ignore it, promise you can never sun that. I pray for it, get ready for the comeback.
What's good?
What's good, bro?
Man.
Wait, were you actually in traffic or were you busy today?
Nah, for sure. No, my brothers and sisters, they get out of school at like 3.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I be picking them up and just getting them together.
Nice. You pick them up in the Maybach truck out there?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, they must be the coolest kids in school.
Yeah. Nah, they become a little popular.
How is that? That whip. How is that car?
I fuck with it, man. It's cozy.
He's been driving one of those too.
Oh, yeah?
My car broke down, so I have this guy, and he gave me a Maybach like rental, just like a loaner.
Oh, yeah?
I like in the hopes that he thinks I'm gonna buy it probably, but
oh, yeah,
it's got a
yeah.
price tag. It's $250K.
Oh shit, that shit done went up.
Yeah.
That shit wasn't that when I got it.
No, he's got the sedan.
Oh
sedan,
yeah.
But,
I got one of those too for sure.
Yeah. Do you like it?
I like the sedan more, but like the truck is like a vibe. Like I actually drive the truck, but like I won't drive the car for real.
Is the sedan more of like one where you need like a driver?
Exactly.
Because I feel like the back seat's more lit.
The back seat on the sedan is like,
lit.
First off, the sedan is way more space.
Yeah.
So it's like you sit in the back and it's really like.
So that one you need a driver. Like it's not. That's what I've been.
Do they have the head pillows in the front?
Nah.
Or only in the back?
They got
In the
pillows.
back they do. They got
Yeah,
pillows,
it's comfy
all
as
that.
hell back there.
Like even when I had bought the sedan one, I was like, okay, I don't want to be one of the people who got this and I'm driving it. I'm like, no, I bought it for the back seat. So
True.
I had got a driver back then when I got that car originally.
Do you have while we're on the topic, do you have a crazy fleet of whips?
I'm not a huge whip person, bro. Like, that's just like I want to buy a bunch of cars. Like,
Yeah.
I like nice cars or like just comfortable cars, but like
What do you got?
I got a couple Maybachs. Like I got the sedan, I got the truck, I got Tesla, Trackhawk. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, Trackhawk's dope.
And I got a what's that shit the Jeep came out with? Grand Wagoneer.
Nice.
I haven't even seen
That's
those.
like my favorite.
What are those?
right now?
New?
Yeah, it's a truck.
Yeah.
It's a truck, but
That's like a family car a bit too, right?
yeah, but it's like it's got the captain seats. Then there's a third row behind the captain seats. Like I suggest anybody go get a Grand Wagoneer.
That's a
Like,
versatile collection.
Have you seen a Trackhawk?
You got the flex ones, you got the energy efficient, then you got the family kind of.
Trackhawks
Yeah.
are fast as fuck, aren't they?
yeah, the track like
And they're
oh,
loud
God.
as fuck, bro.
Very.
Yeah,
Very.
those are
That's
lit
like
though.
a toy. That's my toy.
So
That's
do people,
dope.
I'm curious, do people, when there's a music video, how many of the cars are like hit up like, yo, you got to bring your whip today? Are they rented or who actually owns the cars?
For a lot of videos and shoots, like they'll reach out, rent cars, like for whatever the vibe of the video is. But like for the album, the superhero video that me and Future shot, that was my Maybach truck, and we just took
Okay.
the doors off of it for the video, and they put them back on.
Yeah, we listened to Heroes and Villains all week, bro. Fire.
No.
Yeah.
We live in OC, so it's like an hour and a half to LA. So we
I
just
love OC.
top to bottom.
We listened to the whole
Just
album on the
bumped
way
it,
up
yeah.
there.
Really?
Yeah, bro, it's amazing. Straight up.
Man, thank you so much.
Yeah, and I'm not even
fire.
just saying that. Like,
Yeah.
we were like, holy shit. I mean, you have Travis Scott,
Right,
Weeknd,
right.
21, and Future. And
And
probably a
Don
couple other
Toliver,
people.
right?
And
right.
Don Toliver, yeah.
That's like the starting 5.
How long did it take you to put that album from start to finish?
I say about 2 years and some change.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah.
Does that seem long?
In the moment, then, but looking back, it kind of was, but in the moment, it's just like it was just continuous. Then I thought I would drop it.
Mhm.
Then it'd be like, hold on, let's push it back. Let's do this. Then let's do this, push it back again. Like, even the thing we shot with Morgan Freeman and Lakeith, like, we shot that like a year and a half ago.
We got to get into that
Oh.
too. But because yours like different. You're not like an actual, like you're not like a rapper, right? So how do you, when you're making an album, what do you look for in like the beats that you're like putting on the album? Like, are you really trying to make those beats like stand out since you're more of like a producer album? Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah, and I feel like I'm a producer that doesn't rap, so it's like I have to speak through like the production of it, basically.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
You know, so it's not even like a lot of those beats, they don't start out like that in the beginning. Like a lot of them will just be like skeletons of stuff, like
Yeah.
ideas, you know what I'm saying, just to get the like idea going. Then an artist might they might do some ideas on it and I'll go back in and like, you know, fuck with it some more, or have another producer come in on it, fuck with it some more, or then do that and then have the artist go back in on it, like, you know.
So when you're like, how does the process work? Are you making a beat like, yo, I need this one for 21? Or you make the beat and then you're like, yo, this is a track for 21, or Future would be fire on this?
A lot of times when I make beats, it's just like how when I was in high school, like I'll just make them, just like making them. And, you know, a lot of times, like while I'm making them, you might get an idea like, yo, so-and-so might sound real good on this. Or like when I'm in the mode for an actual album, it'll be like, okay, what do we need? What are we lacking? What do we need more of? And I'll just more so like go in on that, like more focused. But generally just making beats, I'll just make them and it'll be like, oh, this could be cool for so-and-so. Or I might be in the studio with somebody and just make something on the spot, like just in the vibe, like, you know.
Have you ever sent the same beat to two rappers and
Oh,
picked
all
who
the
was more
time.
fire?
All the time.
Any on this new album?
Where like two different people had the
Where you were
same.
like, all right, I'm going to have Future try this one out in 21 and then see who hit it harder?
Right. Yeah, or a lot of times like situations like that, I'll have different artists do the same beat.
Yeah.
And sometimes they'll know, sometimes they won't. And I'll just well, when it comes to my albums, because it's like just composing and putting everything together.
Yeah.
It'll be like I'll just really take the best of both or whatever they did and kind of try to like
Yeah. that's
arrange
dope.
and like just build something out of it.
Has there ever been like any crazy wars over like some of your beats? Because I know that's a thing, right? Like you'll send the beat out to like different people, and then
Yeah.
do people try to buy it off you and like outbid each other? If it's like, because you've made some legendary beats, like I'm sure that's got to happen.
Oh wow,
sometimes.
thank you. But yeah, in the past, you know, there's been times where certain people have had a beat and then somebody else wants to put it out and wants to do this, or you know, sometimes like an artist, somebody will have a beat and I might not have heard what they did, or they might not have really said anything about it, and then it comes out somewhere else. They're like, "Yo, I was going to use that." Was like, you gotta let me know that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't say anything, like this shit gotta move. Because when I was younger, I used to like, anytime I knew somebody rapped on the beat or even had it, I won't send it out to anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
But then like a song or something might never come of it. So then it's just like, damn, I just wasted that shit.
Yeah.
And I did that for years. So now it's just like, I feel like I'm in a different place now with a different kind of like respect and communication
Yeah,
with
for
artists,
sure.
to where
I was
it's
gonna
like,
ask that, yeah.
where we're just like, okay,
Because people must catch feelings too, right? Like I always wonder that, like
yeah.
it's such a
Well-
craft. Like, do people get offended?
You keep it
In
real and be
situations
like,
like
hey,
that?
bro, you could do better on this track, or
Oh yeah, that's the only way.
yeah.
That's the only way, bro.
But you
Like,
can't get away with that at the beginning, right?
yeah, I
Like
mean,
now it's like they're gonna listen to you.
they'll listen more, but even like more so in the beginning, like I'm gonna let you know what I think. And I feel like over the years, like the past decade, I've grown from more of a beat maker role into more of a real like producer role, to where like giving you feedback. I might give you some bars. I might help you start this off. I might let you know like, yo, this was hard, but you started to lose me halfway through. Let's just fix that up and then keep it going. And I feel like that's like just as important, if not more important, than like just making the beats.
100%.
Because
Yeah.
it's like ensuring that the song comes out. Like, you know, I can't just sit there in the studio and you just rapping on the beat and I might not like it like that. And I'm just like, just going with it. Just like, okay, fuck it. Like, we'll go to the next one. Like, no, like we got to try to make something out of it.
Yeah, I think of like when I think of Raindrops with Travis Scott,
Right.
that was like a whole different. I don't know what it was, but it just hit so much harder.
Yeah.
So does like when you do that song with Travis, does he after that, if it does well, is he like, yo, we got to do a whole like you got to come do something for me?
Really with a lot of people on the album and a lot of people I collaborate with often, like people like Future or Thug or Travis, even Gunna, like I've came up, especially with like Future, Thug, and Travis, like we've came up together type of thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a different level of respect and camaraderie and like just chemistry overall. Like I feel like it's all about the chemistry.
Yeah.
So that's why I work with those kind of people like more often, because it's just like, I feel like the vibe and the chemistry is like the core of just making good music. Cause like we're all comfortable, we all respect each other, and we have a common goal.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So it don't even really be like a, yo, you gotta do something for me now. And also I'm not one of those producers or just somebody that's like, I'm just trying to take all these songs for myself, or like an artist has to worry like, oh, we in the studio with Metro, he gonna be trying to take every song for his album or do this. Like, I'm here as a producer first to serve you and serve the people in the purpose of putting some fire out. You feel
Yeah.
me? So like, me doing my own projects, that's something I love to do, something I love to do on the side. But if it's ever a moment like an artist wants a song or something like that, then I don't hesitate to just be like, that's cool, because I know I could just make some more shit. You know what I'm saying? So it always works out.
How does it work on this album? Is it all you like producing everything, or are you collabing with people on beats
Collaboration.
and stuff?
Like I make, as far as like my producer albums like this and Not All Heroes Wear Capes, it's like more of like a collaboration party. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm calling all my artist boys, my friends, and producers as well. And we're just like banging out beats, bouncing ideas off of each other. I feel like just the art of collaboration as a whole, like through my whole career, like I've gained and learned so much from that. And I enjoy it so much, especially with people I really respect and rock with. So yeah, the whole album is just me collaborating with other producers that I love and look up to, you know, Alan Ritter, Honorable C Note, D Rich. I don't want to start naming people, it's so many. But you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And we just rock out just like back in the day.
Yeah. I just,
That's
bro,
dope.
it feels so crazy to me to like hear you say 2 years, because it's like a track that you made 2 years ago. Are you ever worried like, yo, this isn't gonna bang the same because it's like old now? Like music's evolving. Like fuck, I can't use that. Like why did it take so long?
Yeah,
Or what made you hesitate to be like, yo, we could get this done in a year?
I feel like this just the I don't want to go to astrology because I don't know too much about that or huge in that, but I'll just say, or somebody else to say, like just the Virgo in me. Like
Yeah.
I feel like it's like it could have been good enough a year ago, a year and a half, but it's just like good to my standards though. You know what I'm saying? Just like I always feel like, oh, we could do a little better, or
Yeah.
we could get this a little better, or execute this a little better, or tweak these drums on this a little better, or just make more music to just like have like the whole story and everything just flow better.
Are any of the artists like hitting you up like, bro, when's this coming out?
Yeah.
Does that ever
Yeah.
like
what
be
songs
like
on this album?
I wouldn't even say like when's it coming out like pressing, but like I'll say everybody's pretty much patient. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I feel like they trust the method like behind the madness
Sure.
type of thing, because they've seen it before.
Uh-huh.
They've experienced it with me working on their projects and just different things.
When do you think you got that kind of like respect to where it was like, all right, at this moment, I know like these guys take my opinion, will listen to me. Like, was there a turning point? Or why don't you just even tell us about like the first song that you put out where it was like, this changed your life?
The first song that really changed my life,
First song you produced on or
Yeah.
put out yourself? Yeah.
I'll say it was a song back in the day that Future had called Karate Chop, and had Lil Wayne on
Yeah.
it on the remix.
Listen to it today.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Listen to Honest too. I Won.
Honest,
Yeah.
oh that too. Shout out Spence. I produced that with my brother DJ Spence. But yeah, just that time in that era, that's where things started to like kind of like start to begin to snowball. I won't even say snowball yet, but like begin to. Like, you know
What
what I'm
was the
saying?
story behind that song?
So Future, I used to always send beats. Shout out my boy Propane, he used to manage me. But while I lived in St. Louis, I used to always send Propane beats for Rocco all the time. And you know, Rocco had Future signed. So I would always send him beats for Rocco. I would flood his email all the time. I was like 16, 17. I would flood his email.
With beats?
Yeah, just with beats.
How many beats at a time would you send?
Back then, bro, probably like 15, 20 just at a time.
Wow.
Just trying to get in there. So like I was always flooding with beats. And I had been heard about Future. He had the No Way Out mixtape. Like I was rocking with him 1000. But he had dropped Dirty Sprite 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, I think I was like in 11th grade, and they just took me over, bro. And so it went from always sending beats to Rocco, even though I was still a big Rocco fan, to I was always sending beats for Future. Then I was like, yo, 30 beats for Future, just sending them. So then one day I was at home, and Propane and Future had called me like, yo, we fucking with some of these beats, woo. So they had did a song called Hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in 12th grade. So then I had graduated high school, and I had moved out here to Atlanta to go to school at Morehouse. So at the beginning of the semester, they put the song out called Hard. And I remember like walking around on campus, cars would be driving by playing that shit.
That's so lit.
And it was like fucking my mind up.
Did you know? Did you know, or did you just hear it?
No, I knew.
They told you like, yo, we're using it.
For sure. I had knew. So the song came out in the mixtape. It was going crazy. And then from that point, now that I'm in Atlanta, me and Future in the studio every day. Like I would split up my time every day. From school, I would go to the studio with Future. I go stop at the studio with Gucci. I go to the studio with Scooter, and that was like my everyday like thing. You know what I'm saying?
Wild, yeah.
So being in the studio with him every day, he did Karate Chop at the same time. And I remember when he was playing it, it was just so different. Like the beat, I'd be biased to a lot of my beats sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm biased to the beat, kind of like I might not like the song. So, and how he approached the song was so different. I remember at first, like I would tell him too, like, man, I don't know really.
At that point, sorry to cut you off. At that point, are you like nervous because you're a freshman in college, right?
Right.
And Future's there, like, and he's rapping on your beat, but you're also giving him advice. You're like, yo, I gotta be careful, or what?
I feel like it wasn't even nervous. It was just like with me and him, it was just like a certain bond that like brotherhood just from day one.
That's dope.
Just from day zero, it was like something just unspoken. You know what I'm saying? And just a respect for each other. Of course, like over time, the respect grew. Like when we first did Monster, where like the first project of his, like
that's
that
one
I
of my
like
favorites,
executive produced type thing. And I remember we were in the studio one day, and I told him, I was like, yo, you should let me EP this shit. Like, what's up? And he was like, you sure you ready for that? I was like, hell yeah. He was like, all right.
This is on Monster?
Yeah, it's on Monster.
Yeah, Codeine Crazy is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Yeah, shout out TM on that Codeine Crazy beat.
Yeah.
That shit, legendary.
Yeah.
Nah, but that's really how it started. And I feel like, and shout out to Esco. We all did that shit together.
Yeah.
But I feel like once that had popped off and just had the cultural impact it did, it was just like, okay, this is just how we rocking now.
Damn, that's so crazy.
That's
so
fire.
how did your life change when you're saying you're going from Future to Gucci?
I'd be in the studio with Gucci every day too back then.
What were you guys working on at that point? What year was this, do you know?
2012.
So like Trap God right there?
Yeah, Trap God. Trap God is like, that's the first tape where I had some work on with him. It was Trap God 1. And
Trap God. Oh yeah, Gas and Mud's on there.
Yeah, Gas and Mud's on there. I did a song called Dead Man with
yeah, that's a banger.
with Trey and Scooter. Appreciate that. But even to do that, like I was in the studio with Gucci every day because Gucci gonna rap on 1,000 beats.
Yeah.
But you can only put so many out. So like we were doing so many songs. And
so what's the difference at that point? Like what does working with Gucci look like? And then what does working with Future look like? If you had to compare and contrast.
I'll start with even the similarities. Like I've never really met anybody else that like work like how they do as far as like making so many songs. I feel like so many artists coming up then watch like Gucci and Future like just work, make so many songs every day. Now that's like what everybody tries to do or like what everybody does. So like they were both just every day like 5 to 7 ideas every day, like every single day. They're not they're living in the studio every day. So I feel like that's a part of where that came from for me. Or even people like Thug coming up. And that's why I thought the same way. Thug live in the studio, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
How different? Because I know it's a thing too. Is Hit Labs in Miami? Or what's it called?
Hit Factory.
Hit
Yeah,
Factory.
Miami. Yeah,
And
Criterion.
I was there one time and I was in 42 Doug's studio and it was like a party. And then
Yeah.
Roddy Ricch was in the studio next door and it was dead silent.
Yeah, people have different
So
vibes.
yeah, so like what was the difference? Like is Thug, Gucci, and Future all doing the same thing? Like is it a party in there?
Or like who goes the craziest like party wise?
Yeah, there's gotta be some crazy studio sessions where you're just like, yo, this is insane.
Yeah, what's the craziest studio party?
I feel like it's the same, like even with me. Like I feel like it's times and modes. Like you might come in the studio with Future one day and it's just him and the engineer and some candles lit. And it's just dark. Future gonna have the studio dark every time anyway. Like it's damn near pitch black and he got shades on. I still don't know how he does it, but you know what I'm saying? So it'll be like that some days, or just some days that have a lot of the guys in there. Or same thing with Gucci. Gucci, it used to be a lot of folks at the studio. You know
Who
what I'm
had the most chicks in the studio?
saying?
Like, is there every time you just walked into the studio and you're just like, whoa, like
Honestly, it wouldn't even be that many girls in the studio as you would think,
Really?
like all the time.
So they're what? Like just super professional, like on their shit?
Yeah, or it'd just be how like, you know, the homies, like family, shit like that. Like it mostly be that, you know, it'd be some vibes sprinkled in at times, but it wouldn't just be like a straight party all the time because like they in there working.
Yeah.
Like they in there working. Like
How
locked
out
in.
of place would he be in a studio session with Gucci?
He fit right in.
You think so?
Probably if he was like an engineer or something.
If you
Bro.
don't know about Steiny, he wanted to be a rapper like growing up. Like he wears a lot of chains.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your rap name?
Pac-Man.
That's kind of hard.
Yeah, no, I was hard.
Pac-Man.
Well, I had the gas always on me, so that's like what people
so
knew.
that's
yeah,
a Pac-Man.
from a young age. When I started trap back, changed my life.
Trap back, that was my shit. Like
Yeah.
12th grade, 11th, 12th grade, trap
And
back.
then I started listening to
When
Wiz.
your dad bought you a car for your sweet 16.
That's not true.
you
That
were
was
just
from
bumping that,
hustling,
right? In Denver,
yeah, from
Colorado?
hustling. See, yeah, he likes to take away from that. But,
Yeah, he like take away from it.
but when Wiz came out with a Prince of the City too,
yeah,
like
for
when
sure.
everyone was smoking, so yeah, it really changed my life.
Damn.
So I've been about that.
So what year you graduate? What year y'all graduate? High school?
You're
high school, 2012.
You're 93, right? You were
Yeah,
born
I'm
in
93.
I'm a
93.
94. Yeah.
Same.
Okay, cool. So we in the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So we grew up with the same shit. Pretty
Same
much.
shit, exactly.
So when you're young making beats, you're like 16, right? 17. What drew you to the Atlanta rap scene as opposed to other places?
I'm from St. Louis, born and raised. I feel like it's a lot of similarities. And just even the music, like coming up, I always been a fan. Or even like from somewhere like St. Louis, which they consider the Midwest, but it's kind of like at the bottom of the. But so it's like, it's not like we just super regional like LA or New York. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we caught some of everything.
Mhm.
You know, we was listening to everything from Dipset to West Coast, The Game and Snoop and them, to down south, we listening to UGK, we listening to everything. So I feel like I always done rock with everything they done did in Atlanta though. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? From Outkast to Lil Jon to I can't
Why-
even start naming names.
Yo, real quick, no one called me Pac-Man, by the way. I just want to let you know.
Oh, you just
That
made
was just
that
off the
up?
top of my
Oh,
head.
you got
That was
me.
kind of good though, no?
That was.
Why is Atlanta such a hotspot for this rap scene?
And everybody talk about Atlanta now, but I feel like it's just been like that for a long time. Like you
Mhm.
gotta think, like I was in 6th grade when D4L and shit was out. Like
Oh,
Laffy
yeah, I forgot
Taffy,
about
like, I was
that.
in 6th grade back then, like, and they still running shit. Like the city is still running shit. So it's like,
It's actually insane how many people are out of Atlanta.
Everyone,
Yeah.
bro. What like from the hottest guys like Lil Baby?
yeah, I feel like it's just the flavor, like just it's just like, it's just so much flavor. Like,
What about like the Atlanta? What's different about the culture that comes with the music?
as far as what part?
Like, I mean, like Chicago, right?
Right.
Chief Keef, like the drill shit, and then Atlanta. I don't know. It just seems different. Like, it seems like you never. And I don't want to like come off the wrong way, but it seems like if you grew up in the hood, it always stays with you in
Right.
Atlanta.
Cause like even geographically, like how Atlanta laid out is different from most cities. Like,
And I say that because like Gucci still talks about like today, like trapping.
yeah,
You know, like a lot of those guys do.
yeah, for sure. because like, you know, an artist, a rapper, like, they not here to be a role model. They not here to promote nothing. They really like, I look at rap, even from Tupac back then, it's like my favorite rapper all the time. It's you really like a reporter. So it's like you just let niggas know what's going on. Whether you're still in the street or not, like it's up to you to like let the world and everybody know like what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's more than that. And then like even how Atlanta laid out, like in a lot of cities or a lot of other states, it'll be like you'll have the city and then the hood, it'll be like 20 minutes away or something like that, 30 minutes away from the city. Like here, like it's intertwined. Like downtown, like wherever you at, like it's that shit is 5-6 minutes away. So I feel like it's just always got that presence and it's just deeply rooted.
Yeah.
Had you, another big guy you worked with, obviously he's 21 and coming off that big album now. How did you guys originally meet?
Savage, even before I knew him as 21 Savage, everybody know him as Lil Man. So
As what?
Lil Man.
Lil Man.
Like Lilman.
He's not that small though.
Right, that's just
his shit.
hood name,
Tall guy, yeah.
shit like that. So like back then,
How long ago was this?
2013 or 14, something like that. So like he didn't even rap back then. First off, every time I see this nigga, he wouldn't even speak. He wouldn't talk. He wouldn't be a little dap. That's it. But like he wouldn't even say nothing. But he would always be with shout Fat Man Key, my boy Key, and our boy Q, who rap too. So like he would be around. You always see him. Like it's just like circles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like my boy Man Savage. And he would be around like with Sonny and everybody. Like we all just had like, it's hard to explain. But you know, just from around the way and shit. So we just see him. So one day we doing this Billboard shoot. Billboard was doing like a write-up on like just upcoming Atlanta shit. Like I remember they had me, Sonny, McConan, Childish Major, just a bunch of shit from that time. And I remember he was at the shoot, but he wasn't at the shoot like to be in the shoot. Like he was holding somebody else down type shit. So we in between shots, we just chilling. And he like, hey, I'm finna start rapping. Send me some beats. He just said it. So then I was just like, I had been new, bro, from just being around. So I was just like, shit, all right, fuck it. And
like you don't want to not send 21 beats.
No, it ain't even like that. Like he just intimidated me or something. It was just like, I don't know, I guess it was God. It was
But
just
did he
something.
give you like at least like something a cappella at the time? Like let me give you something, 15 seconds of something?
Hell no, I ain't even need it. I ain't even need an audition just cause like.
So what if one of us was like, yo, send us some beats? Would you do it?
I might, but see, I don't know y'all like that. But like he was just like, you know what I'm saying? He'd be around the way so much. It was just like, but people do that all the time. And I don't always send people beats. I forget or something, but just something was over me. Just I had sent them some beats. And one of them was the song called, I think it was Drip Drip. He put on his first mixtape. Was it Slaughter King? Slaughter King on his first mixtape. I think that was the right tape, but it was his first tape. And me and TM made the beat. He ended up putting that on there. And from there, we just started to slowly like build like a, and then we just kept.
You guys have
locking
worked
in.
a lot together, you and him.
Yeah, for sure. And we had did Savage Mode, and then just after that, we was just locked all the way in.
It's crazy to see his evolution.
Yeah, no, it's a blessing.
Like it's insane. I remember, I don't know, just like his old interviews and shit, like to now it's like he's just evolved so much as like, I guess like a businessman even, and like.
Everybody talks about his evolution and just how crazy it is. Like it's a blessing.
It's just crazy to me too, because I watched like Lil Baby had a documentary come out.
Right.
And he had a nickname on the streets before he was doing rap. So
Right.
it's just crazy to see these guys like just evolve and like they pick a different lane.
Yeah.
But it just takes off. And you have no idea. Like when 21 sends you that beats, how many times before until he like pops off?
Man, that was the first tape. It took a few more tapes.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just no overnight shit. Like I seen his evolution. Like back when we did that, it was still live mixtape days. Like this is
that
before
another guy?
streaming and like Apple Music and shit.
Is that another guy you just like clicked with and it was just like
Who
on the
Savage?
same page? Yeah.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. That's why I put him in there like with the category that I put like Pluto and Thug and Trav. Like I put him in that because it's like it's like we came up together type of thing. You know what I'm saying? And grew together. Like, you know what I'm saying? I watched him grow. He watched and helped me grow as a producer and as somebody like putting albums together. You know what I'm saying?
Is there ever like a time where if 21 was to work with somebody else, you'd be like, bro, like I could have done something better for you?
Like producer wise?
Yeah.
Nah. Like I feel like anytime if you do something and it's like that shit is hard, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see him win, period.
Yeah.
Just because I know who he is. You know what I'm saying? And got love for him and who he is just as a person, as an artist, as anything, even as a fan of him. Like, I just want to see you win.
Yeah.
Does the rap game ever get like political like that? Ever?
I mean,
Any
it's always
experience with
political.
that?
Yeah, it's always political.
With like artists or like more like on the business label side or?
Both, but with artists too.
Yeah.
With artists too. I feel like in my younger years, I'm 29 now. So back then when I was doing more like just people's songs all over the place and shit, it was, I was doing a lot of shit, but I had got to the point eventually to where I really only work on now like what I'm passionate about. So it's like, I'm not just out here just collecting want anybody money or you're a huge artist and you got some money or it's a huge opportunity and just work. Like I gotta be passionate about and be a fan of you and your music, rock with you, who you are as a person. And because I know how important it is just for that chemistry and just for that raw, natural, organic vibe, like what kind of music comes out of that.
Yeah.
So like we're in the studio and it's not like work, it's just effortless. And the songs just making themselves.
Yeah. I mean, I am kind of curious, like when did the money start coming in and when did everything like really evolve financially? Because you got 2 Maybachs now, so
Right.
we know you got it like that. And I heard you have a crazy jewelry collection.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, who told you that?
Cash.
Dash.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we got the whole
Talk to
scoop.
us about it a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely do. And that took some years of accumulating, you know.
What do you got?
Yeah, a lot of shit, bro. Just from, and I've never been like the flashy type, so it's like only people who know me or know that. Like even shout out Eliante, my jeweler. Been rocking with him for 10 years now. Like
You show everybody love, bro.
yeah, got to, bro. You know, it's him and other like my boys who artists who like really know me. They always say and they'll be like, bro, people don't even know how crazy your collection
So
is.
what's the craziest piece you've ever bought?
I got a lot of them, but see, like my taste ain't like everybody else's taste. Like I like to buy like more like classy rather than gaudy type of shit.
I like
you
to
know?
rock the fattest Cuban possible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
Steiny rents chains though. He doesn't buy them.
Yeah,
So he'll hit
well,
up his jeweler and be
I
like,
have, like,
"Can I
a
just have a
thing-
Cuban for the night?" Just to
I
like
have a
flex
thing
on
where
a
it's
girl.
like, bro, like I'm not gonna buy anything until you really fall in love with it. So I try a lot of different pieces.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it just you know, I haven't bought one yet. It's been like a year, but
He
I just
doesn't
haven't
tell-
liked
he
anything
doesn't tell
enough.
people that, but yeah.
No, I haven't liked anything enough. That's
oh,
all
yeah.
it is.
You
Yeah,
ain't like nothing enough. Yeah, it's
Nah,
like a
you
test drive on a car.
yeah, exactly.
I'm
Just
not gonna
every
buy
day.
the car if I'm not fucking with it. Just got sat in
But
it.
eventually the dealer's like, "Yo, you can't just be test driving cars.
Yeah, you
like, you're
test
gonna
Then you
make
go
a
to the next
purchase?"
fucking dealership. That's what you do, straight up.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Go burn him out and go to the next.
I don't know if you saw this, but today it's all over. I saw it.
What?
Drake had
Oh, yeah, I
a
was gonna say
custom chain with 42 engagement rings.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that?
I did just see that earlier.
What's your thoughts on that?
That's crazy.
What
was
does that
hard.
cost you? Because they're all huge ass diamonds, right?
Too much.
So
yeah.
what?
That's at least
it's-
7 figures,
No, it's
right?
the whole
40
thing. I seen it was like 120 something carats. So I was like,
It's
I know that's
42
up
girls
there.
that he was supposed to propose to.
Yeah.
Also,
something.
how do you have 42 options? I mean, I get that, but
It's been a long time.
42 people you propose to, that's a lot.
I think it was just people that he thought about proposing to. Not like actual like 42 proposals, one knee, but like, oh man.
I mean, I'm
I
sure a
might
lot.
could-
He'd probably go 42 for 42, right?
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's a deep meaning for a chain.
It is though.
But that's the flex, right?
Like
That's
if a
the-
girl asks, like, "What's the meaning behind that?" Then you like drop that on her. Like she's probably like, "Oh shit!" Like,
But that's also like, yo, I had 42 options. Like,
Right.
That's
That's
and they're
what I
all
mean.
probably pretty, beautiful and cool, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Maybe
for
if
sure.
he met at Booby Trap. Have you been there?
Of course.
Yeah, it's fun
On the
as fuck.
river.
Is Magic City that dope or no?
Yeah, Magic's legendary, man. I was in there last night.
Really?
Yeah.
Magic
The
City
fuck?
on
What's
Monday.
the vibe in there? Like, could we vibe there? Or
Hell
nah?
yeah, y'all can vibe there. Overly, y'all love it.
Dude, we gotta do it, bro.
I love it. We could have did this there, but you know, next time.
Why do you have like the plug there? You go there a lot?
Just over the years, like how the clubs work out here, like with the strip club, it's like it ties hand in hand with the music game.
That's what I was gonna
It's
say.
a
It must
big
be
part.
inspiring sometimes. Like you got to go to the strip club to get inspired.
It's a big part. Like, man, me and Thug used to do songs, and like, as soon as we get done doing it, like this is when we started CDs. Like, I'll burn a CD on the computer, and we'll go to the club, take it to DJ. Like, yo, let's go hear this
That's
shit,
so
see what's
lit.
going on.
Oh my god. Well,
You know
that's
what
how
I'm
you know
saying?
if it's a fucking banger.
You
How
feel
other
me?
way can you test a track than that?
Exactly.
And
Like,
you just watch the strippers' reactions.
yeah, watch everybody's reaction. You know, vibe out, throw some money, get everybody hype, and
That's
it's
so
like,
cool.
okay, you feel me?
What a
Damn,
job.
that's dope.
Like even now, like for this album, like there were a couple songs that won't do the CDs now, but I done airdrop to DJs probably like a year ago when I thought it was gonna come out,
Mhm.
and they done played them in Magic, and after that, I done left, and then been other nights people done called me like, yo, they in here playing the song again. So like, yeah, man, it's a big part, goes hand in hand. So like, from years and years of going back to these places and showing love, and they show love back, you build like just relationships, and you know.
Is there a rapper that was pushing for too many strip club tests? Like he's like every time you make a song, it's like, all right, strip club
Magic
test.
City.
And you're like, bro, this one's a banger. I don't think we gotta. Anyone that.
I don't even think it's anybody ever just be pushing for a test. Like a lot of times we'll go, like just to go and vibe. Not always like just a test thing, but sometimes we might just go there and then it might not be for that, and then just be in there for a minute and be like, feeling good, like, yo, let's have them play this. Like, you know, it just happens in the vibe.
If a dancer's not feeling the song, she's not getting any bands though, right?
Nah.
Yeah.
But you know, even if they not feeling it, they gonna make you feel like, they gonna make you think they feeling it.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what
of
I'm
course.
saying? They gonna,
We've gone down that road. Trust me.
Come
many
on.
times. Yeah.
You
She's
know,
telling you she loves the hi-hats and shit.
Yeah.
biggest actors.
It's the best track I've ever heard. So
Of course.
you got. I mean, maybe that's not the best test. Now that I think about it, because there are
Right.
pros in there, bro.
Yeah, but it's about more than just them. It's like
The
yeah,
random
like,
dudes in
'cause
there.
the club, like strip club here for us, it's more like a regular club. So
Yeah.
it's like it's still flooded with regular people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Still, it's like the dancers on the side type shit. You know?
I want to ask, what was the making like of like your producer tags? Because you got some of the coolest ones.
Yeah.
How many different ones do you have? Like
Oh,
Ayo
man, I can't
Metro,
count.
Trust You, I'm gonna shoot you.
Bro, I'm.
That one, what else?
Well, you have. I'm telling you right now that you're viral on TikTok because people are playing like samples of like what's it called, Breaking Bad, and
Bro.
like Walter White speaking into it, and it's
I saw
hard as
that
fuck. Do you
yesterday.
see that?
I saw yesterday, I see it's a trend on there now, like on the on the superhero, before the song drops, I have Anthony Starr from The Boys, who plays Homelander. He has like a monologue, like it's on the intro. So I put the instrumentals out too. So these kids are just so smart and creative.
It's crazy.
They
bro.
take the beats and now they're just putting all kind of villain monologues on there. Like I've seen the Riddler, I've seen the Joker, they just keep putting all kind of stuff on there, and they all sound crazy.
It's honestly like when I saw there's a very specific scene from Breaking Bad. It
Yeah, I
fits
saw that
so
one too.
perfect, and I
Yeah.
was like, this is like the hardest thing I've ever seen.
They cut them and make them fit perfect, and it's just like, damn.
And,
all these
the
coulda
views go
worked.
crazy, bro.
Yeah,
It's fucking wild.
it's crazy, bro.
Can you use stuff like that or nah?
Use what?
Like you don't use like I've seen Kodak one time used, and I know you worked with him, but he used like a Scarface intro
Oh yeah, nah. Shout out Kodak. You said use the Scarface intro.
on Haitian Scarface.
Yeah.
Like can you do that with whatever? Like if you wanted to use that Walter White thing on a song, could
Hey,
you
you just
do
got to
that?
get it clear. Even like for the boys, like they just have to approve of what you're doing. You have to let them hear it,
Yeah.
and they approve it. Like that's why I say shout out Anthony Starr. He didn't have to rock with that like that. I remember we had to send him the song. They're like, okay, he has to approve it, okay, and he had rocked with it. He didn't show love, posted the album since then, and that was big for me because like I'm a huge fan of the show.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You definitely can, but you just got to go the right protocols.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, so we didn't really talk about him, but I know it's kind of sensitive right now, but what's your relationship like with Migos?
Oh man, Amigos, when I first moved to Atlanta and I had dropped out of college the first semester, I moved in with Sunny Digital, And shout out to Sonny. He let me sleep on his couch, sleep on his floor for however long I needed until I had, because, you know, I dropped out of school, so it's like, where I'm going to stay? I'm not in a dorm anymore. So he let me rock out until eventually I got my own spot. But back then, it was a spot, his apartment, we used to call it 516. And that's where everybody would come through, because he had the studio set up. One side of the room, he had like a production setup to make beats. The other side was one to record. So we'd be in there all the time. And he already had knew the Migos and them from, because they are from Gwinnett, from like back in the day. So they would come over a lot. We would vibe. I remember they had put the Bando song out. They was really bubbling in the city. It was the 18 and up club we used to go to called Mansion Elon. We used to go to every Friday. And it would be me, Sonny, all our folks. The name of our shit was Forbes Atlanta back then. So it'd be Forbes Atlanta, and they was YRN. And we would just go to Mansion every Friday, show out, go crazy. I remember the first time we all been to LA, first time in our life was all together. And we just built a bond from back then, bro, and I always just kept it solid. And it's like we were all just growing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like my relationship and roots with them, like them always gonna be my brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love all three of them niggas.
Yeah. I mean,
deeply.
Rest in peace, Takeoff. But
No, for sure.
when you hear of that news, like what does that do for you? Or
Man, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like that shit fucked me up. Like
Yeah.
it still fucks me up every single day. Every single day, because it's like nigga like Take is literally I always done said Takeoff is the perfect example of how everyone should live their life. Like just as a human being. You feel me? So like it's tragic when things like that happen to anybody you know or love to fuck with, but to happen to somebody like him, it's just like, damn, not like can't be you. You know what I'm saying? So like it's hard, bro. It's hard. It's still hard. Like
it's pretty
So fucked.
It's pretty wild because we did Lil Yachty on the pod
mhm.
like a week before, and he's from Atlanta, or he stays
Right.
here, right? And
Yeah.
he was talking about, he's like, dude, people are just so weird. Like, I don't really like to go out that much.
Nah, it's facts, bro. It's facts.
So does that make people like more like, yo, we gotta watch the way we move, or like how does the rap scene react to that?
Man, I don't know how everybody else react to it, but me, I've been praying ever since, bro.
Yeah,
Still praying every day. I pray for his family. I pray for everyone around him. Like, I pray for him every day, bro. Cause like, just that feeling, like it's just indescribable, bro.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Just for unexpected tragedy to happen to just such a beautiful soul, it's like you can't even fathom. Like, man, it's just crazy, bro.
Is there any type of like solution to like what's going on with like rap and like violence right now?
Man,
I guess it's not just in rap. I mean, people are
Yeah,
killing
it's
each
just
other
life.
for
Yeah,
any
I'm gonna
that's
reason.
be
life.
It's
honest,
just society
like,
as a whole.
I remember when I was growing up and stuff, and I thought the Tupac and Biggie thing was so crazy
yeah,
because it was like two big rappers died, but it happens so frequently now. It's like
exactly.
it seems normal,
No, it's normalized
which
for
is
sure.
weird.
But like everybody tries to put the emphasis on rap, and I feel like it's not even rap. It's just the world we living in.
I guess those are just the
Like,
stories that are
shit
just
like
being
that
pushed
happen
to
to
us.
niggas every
Yeah.
day that's
Yeah.
not famous.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's people, it's mamas and brothers and sisters crying every day over senseless violence that's not about no rap shit. It's just the world we living in, bro. Like, I just be praying for everybody, bro.
yeah. Well, it's wild. Cash also told us that you're a gamer.
Yeah, a little bit.
What are you
Little bit.
playing?
Man, I've been working on the album so long, so like I've had the game shit on the side, but I finally finished it. So now I just been locked in on the new Call of Duty, and always playing 2K around the clock, always.
Yeah, I know. Your boy 20. We did Kai Sanat, who's in Atlanta too. He's a
Yeah.
streamer,
Yeah,
and he played 21 for 121K,
yeah.
and I think he whooped his ass.
No, he
Nah,
lost.
I know Savage
No,
for
I
sure.
thought he
Twenty-one
won.
beat him. Yeah.
Wait,
No,
21
I
won?
know
Yeah.
Savage won.
Did he get the
21 beat
money?
him, yeah.
I don't know what they did, but I
Holy
know Savage
fuck!
won.
Why, you and 21 ever play?
All the time. Yeah, yeah.
Really? Do you guys get action or
What you mean?
like any
Like
bets
that.
on there?
Oh, bets like that? Nah, not for real.
No,
Just like
So it's
maybe
not
like
that
some
serious.
silly shit. Like
must not be that good.
it really be bragging rights for real. That's all he be one. Like he crazy, but
Yeah.
we he love 2K, bro. That's damn near all he do.
So outside of like the music stuff, is that something that you do just like as a hobby to get your mind off shit?
Oh yeah, I grew up playing video games, so it's like it's a good recreational tool and exercise. I feel like the video game keep you in the house. That's a huge thing. Keep you in the house, keep you safe. It's free, keep you from spending money. Like it's too many advantages. It's fun.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I love to just sit at home and just play the game and unwind. You feel me?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask too. I guess there's two styles for the way you work with people, but what's like the most that you've ever like charged or sold a beat for? Don't have to say who.
It's up there. It's definitely up there. But like,
What's the price tag?
I know it's crazy because we
damn,
usually ask people.
You trying to get the number?
No, we usually ask how much did you charge for a feature,
Right.
and I think the most we had
Yeah.
was 300K maybe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say probably just one something. I feel like when it got to the point where it started getting like that, I just
Made a million beats.
nah. I just, like I said, I mostly work with people like stuff I'm passionate about. So
Right.
like,
So you're not really selling beats.
I'm not about to be like, oh yeah, Future, give me 100,000 for this beat. Like, no, we just
Is it ever
vibing.
weird when you become like such boys, like when it comes to talking about the money?
Yeah, no,
Yeah, how
because
does that work
it's
with,
never
like, your
about the
business
money
side?
with me. So like, it's not a factor. I don't care.
But you
Like,
want to get paid at the same
I'll
time.
do this shit for free. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
So it's like, at this point, we just do like, because I guess they got labels and stuff's technical. Like, we'll just do swaps. It'll be like, I don't want no money for this beat, but like
Come on, my album.
on my album, like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Let's just swap it out and it's already cleared and stuff. So that's mostly how I
dope.
do stuff. Yeah.
I know you obviously like to show everybody love, but who's been the most passionate guy you've worked with? Where it was like they would stay there and do the track 100 times until it was the best one.
Passionate. Damn, you trying to get me in trouble.
It's a strong word too, passionate.
Well, just some guy where you're like, fuck, this guy will like do the track until he gets it perfect where I've never
Perfectionist.
seen. Yeah, like just a perfectionist, I guess.
A lot of people I work with like that because I'm definitely like that. So even if you're not on that, I'm on that. And I'm going to ask you to do it a bunch of times until it's like, oh yeah, that's it.
Mm.
And that makes all the world of difference. But somebody that's already on that, I could think of off the top, The Weeknd, definitely.
Oh shit.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I feel like that's why me and him always like click on this level because it's like,
You guys did Low Life, you, him, and Future, right?
yeah, for
That's
sure.
such a fucking banger.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, and I
You could
fuck with
turn
Low
that
Life.
song on at any time. Like
That
it's
wa-
a banger. Low Life.
Future's
never
got
gets old.
timeless shit like that.
No, he does.
That song
Yeah.
slaps so
He
hard.
does. He does,
I
bro.
love Low Life.
When did you and The Weeknd and like the whole Cash Show and Nav first link?
I feel like Cash was always rocking with me for years. I always knew Travis first, and I guess Travis had like linked us up. It's a long time ago, probably like maybe rodeo days, something like that.
Oh, okay.
And even after that, you know, me and Cash will always stay in touch. Like they weren't managing me or anything yet, but we always stay in touch. And I remember he came with the Low Life thing, like, yo, we need to do this. Woo, he came with that play. And he would just come with stuff like that. And I remember when he first had sent me some of Nav's SoundCloud songs. And I was like, hell yeah, let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we just built like a bond and just a rapport just from there. And then, you know, we just started really doing business together and it just snowballed into that.
Oh yeah.
You ever made beats with Nav? I know you guys did the album, but
Oh yeah, for sure. Me and Nav made a lot of beats.
the album's
Without
fire
a
too. I
top.
love that album.
Oh, that perfect timing?
Yeah.
Man, I appreciate that. Yeah, I fuck with Nav.
Yeah, Nav's dope.
What do you think? I know it's a wild time right now, but you did do I Won with Future and Kanye.
Yes, bro. I remember that too.
What do you think about all this Kanye shit that's happening right now? Is it like, because it seems like some people pay attention to it, some people don't.
Yeah.
But I mean, you've worked with him, and you
Yeah.
know he is musically, he's really talented. So are you like, what the fuck? Or
I really I've been so locked in on the album and everything. Like, people wouldn't even believe like how detached I be like from online.
All the other
a
shit.
lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I might be around people and just hear a little this and that about stuff and just pray for him too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm praying for everybody, bro. Like, that's it.
I think everyone kind of has that look on it now.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you might say or do certain things that I might not agree with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I've never really been one for the culture or just like
There's just so much shit going on right
how
now.
we just try to just X people out or just cancel. Like,
Sure.
you know what I'm saying? I could easily not agree with what you're saying and just be like, okay.
Do you think you could like turn anybody into like a rapper?
Not anybody.
Like what are like some like the talents you'd have to be like, yo, this kid's worth it?
One of the biggest things with me is, because I'm a producer, so I like sounds, I like textures. So like your voice, that's the first thing with me. Because I'm a student of the game, so like growing up, I already know that all the classic and biggest artists that we've had, like to really be an artist that's really gonna stay, anybody could just get a song or have a hot album or something, but like if you're really gonna stay, you've gotta have like a voice of your own. Like no matter what, we can't read no track list or no Apple Music, no Spotify, nothing. You come on this track, I gotta be able to know it's you.
Mm-hmm.
Like your distinct voice. And so that's the biggest thing with me.
You've had like a challenge, like, yo, this kid would have no chance, but like maybe, just maybe I could turn him into something. I'm kind of referring to myself. I don't know if you think I could vibe or not.
I mean,
maybe I
like,
just come out of the studio for
like
a little
I
bit.
said, you could get stuff off. I mean, you could make somebody a song or it might work. You know, today is so many finesses. The right variables they might have a song, one little part, say the right thing, end up on TikTok. Now you're doing shows, doing this.
Yeah,
like,
what do you think about all that?
shit like that just be happening. But I'm talking about like the real shit, like somebody you're gonna talk about now and 10 years from now.
Because it's so hard to stay in the game, bro.
Yeah,
like, some
I know.
people I've
That's the
seen
hardest
that are, like,
part. It's not getting in. It's like staying in this
But
shit.
what do you think about like TikTok? These fucking 15-second sounds are blowing artists up like to another level.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna say names, but like, do you think like, are you ever just like, yo, like that shit? Like, do you agree with that, or do you think it's kind of lame and it hurts the music industry?
I'll say I don't feel it hurts the music industry. I feel like it's the kids being creative. I feel like TikTok don't harm the music industry, but the music industry trying to bend over backwards for TikTok hurts the music industry.
Like you're saying, you can pick out certain songs like, yo, this was obviously for a TikTok.
Yeah, or like, bro, you don't know how many like A&Rs and just rooms, even fly on the wall, just rooms I've been in with people, and they'll just be like, yo, yeah, we need a TikTok song, or we need to have it this fast so it's on TikTok, or what's the TikTok? It's just, they bring it up too much. It's like, we in the kitchen, why are we talking about TikTok? Why are we talking about the app?
That's fucking nuts.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
Like,
what are they thinking? Like viral? Or are they thinking like, yo, bag?
that's all they thinking, because they see how quick it is, like the instant like gratification.
So are these
of it.
guys that are established or like newcomers though?
I mean, these are established. Like, bro,
really?
the biggest of everybody you could think of, them and the people with them are in the studio talking about TikTok, and I hate.
Give
that
us one
shit.
guy.
Nah, I'm not gonna.
that's a big expose, bro.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
like
I feel like, I mean, at the
career-ending.
same time, like,
But it's not even all the artists' fault. It'll be like their labels, like managed shit like that. They'll be like, they just so TikTok focused. But it's like, I feel like even for this album, I've never even had a TikTok, but I've seen how many TikToks and people will be like, yo, this trending on TikTok from the album, this trending like, but that just comes from like, just focus on making good shit instead of trying to like cater finesse to some, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like
the kids.
I feel like the only artist that could do that is Drake.
Yeah.
Like be like, yo, because I think of Tootsie Slide.
Yeah.
Like that was a TikTok banger.
Yeah, for sure. TikTok bang.
But he was thinking,
yeah.
I'm gonna make a TikTok
They're
viral song. Like
dropping
you're
that
not
for
making
sure.
that shit for like no one's
Yeah.
playing that except for on TikTok probably.
You feel me? So it's like, but the kids, one thing I done learned, and I think I heard Pharrell say in an interview so long ago when I was younger, like the kids are always gonna sniff out the good shit.
Yeah.
Always, no matter what. So like if you just focus on that and just bring in the shit, then, and TikTok is where the kids is at. So you put out a good album, it's just going crazy on there versus you trying to like cater and like kind of like fake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. We were talking about Drake and 21's new album.
Yeah.
You worked on that, right?
Oh yeah, I did one song on there. Yeah.
Which one did you
Millions one?
Oh yeah, more M's. Yeah.
More.
Yeah.
do? Have you've listened to Rich Flex?
Yeah.
Was Drake like when he was gassing up 21? Was that like sus to you, or were you like, yo, he's just getting his boy? Because it did come off as like, you know, like do your thing. You know what I mean? Like,
He said, "Do
Well,
your
it worked.
thing."
You've made like 3 TikToks.
yeah,
to
no,
that
I
song,
did. I
so
made 3 TikToks to that song.
But I feel like
their
they
plan
fucked around,
worked.
worked in their favor.
They fooled your ass.
Yeah.
I feel like it worked in
No,
their favor.
they
though.
got me bad with that.
Oh yeah.
Like, you don't want to see what I was posting. You probably wouldn't fuck with me after
What
that.
you was
but
posting?
it's
Can
like
I-
some
Can I show them or no?
Yeah,
Let me
show 'em.
see it.
Okay,
I'm
well,
not-
I gotta take a piss, but yeah.
Well, I want to see your fucking reaction to it. It's pretty bad.
Oh no. Look at his eyes. He's faded.
Yeah, he's faded as fuck.
Oh
Keep watching.
man, what?
See, I posted that on our podcast, and I said I don't think that type of behavior should be tolerated from a podcast host.
Oh, it shouldn't.
I don't think so. We gave him a strike though. We didn't
gave
give
him a
him
strike?
we didn't give him a suspension right off the bat, but
It's just one strike.
I'd say so.
It's a flag, red flag, yellow flag.
Yeah, big yellow card.
Yeah.
Not a red card, but
Not a red card, but a yellow card. Like back in the day in school, they put the yellow card in your shit.
yeah.
I mean, like, I'm gonna be honest. I've never I don't act like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's not my style. Like,
He said you were faded.
That song had you out your element. That shit.
bro, I
you
woke
felt
up
that
the next
shit.
morning and was like, yo, what spell did Drake put on me? Like, that's not me.
Right.
Like, I'm not doing that whole
That's what the music does,
shit.
bro.
And
Like,
usually I'm with like a 10 or
A
at
10.
least a 9.
hey, like that's what that hard music do, bro. That shit just like
He just like
take over you.
Yeah, no, I didn't know what was going on, so
Yeah.
I just want to make that clear. Like,
Nah, it's all
so
good,
we're
bro.
boys and shit. You know?
nah,
Don't judge me off that.
nah, not at all.
Judge me off my wins.
Off your wins.
Yeah, it's
Not
only,
your losses?
it's only a couple, but yeah.
That's not an L, bro.
No, yeah.
I was gonna ask too, what do you think is the most important thing when it comes to like producers building themselves to be like a reputable name like you've done? Because not every producer has like a name. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like everyone's kind of just like a ghost producer or whatever you call it.
Right.
What do you think's the biggest thing that you did to like build a like Metro Boomin the name for yourself?
I would say,
Branding it and stuff, you know?
aside from the visibility, I say that's probably like number 2. So like back then, shout out my boy Cam Kirk. We had this vision where like me and him used to always talk, bro. And this is 10 years ago. And he's a cameraman, but we would be together all the time. So all these sessions I'm going to with Gucci and Thug and Future, everybody, he's always with me. So we would always talk about like, we talked about it back then too. That's why it's crazy right now. It's full circle. I told him one day, I was like, what if we can make this shit like I'm as big and visible like as an artist, but like without rapping? Because producers have done it with rapping, but like
Well, you've rapped too,
without rapping.
right?
I mean, not like as a professional though.
19 and Boomin', I thought.
No, I wasn't rapping on there at all though.
Oh, really?
That's where the vision started. Like even telling him back then, like we would shoot our own videos. Like even like off that album, there's some more video with Thug. We shot that in my garage in my apartment back then, in my townhouse. Like it was stuff like that. It would just be like,
So you're saying like shooting a lot of content, like
yeah,
showing
like we
you
would shoot
like working?
vlogs.
Yeah.
Even me and Southside bullshitting, barbecuing. We'll shoot vlogs, making beats. We'll shoot our own videos. Pull up on Thug, shoot a video. Pull up on Rich Homie Quad, shoot a video. Pull up with Future, just shoot a video. We'd take a lot of pictures, and that evolved into me starting to DJing. I was DJing for Thug, and then doing shows, the rodeo tour with him and Travis, and then just started evolving to like a people interested in Metro thing. So like that's part of it, but the biggest thing I'll say is for a producer to lock in with an upcoming artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you just build that from the bottom with, because I mean, it's easy to, you could be like, yo, I want to get some beats to Drake or Future or Kanye West. And that's cool. You could get, there's a lot to gain off of that. I'm not saying nothing's wrong with that, but the chances of that are slimmer, and the payoff, you'll still like, you'll get a look off of that, but I mean, Kanye gonna be Kanye, Future gonna be Future, Drake gonna be Drake, with or without your beats.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, as a producer, it's not as much proven as like you coming up with somebody fresh. You know what I'm saying? So then this artist blows up, they get their leverage, you got your leverage, because these labels and companies, everybody see you blew this artist up. So it's like, it's way more respect in that, and just way more leverage, just all the way around, like working with an upcoming artist. That's why producers always ask me like, yo, what can I do? What can I do? And I'd be like, lock in with somebody coming up like you, bro. Like, I promise.
Right,
So
right.
have your eye on someone and try to like grow with someone.
Yeah, grow with somebody. Because
That's
then
smart.
when y'all come up,
Yeah,
then
you're a
it's
really
like,
smart guy, bro.
yeah, like appreciate that, bro.
yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. You don't get to like build a name like Metro Boomin without obviously having the talent. That's a given. But you're obviously you understand the business and what it takes to build that brand, right?
Yeah.
That's a tough thing for everyone to have.
It is,
To have
bro.
the talent and the intelligence, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like I'm blessed. I'm blessed with that. It's a blessing.
Were you ever surprised when you said you were sending Rocco the beats back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Were you surprised when he would respond? Or do you think like even today managers or other guys are going through emails and listening to beats? Like, is that
Yeah.
something-
How do rappers like go through beats and stuff? Are they just opening folders and
like,
just
do you think anyone like as established as, let's say, Future right now is gonna go through some random guy's email who sends him beats, or his manager maybe?
No, but they'll fuck around and have an email or something that their engineer or some got, and like it'll be an email that producers they already fuck with send beats.
Mhm.
Like he might have an email like all these people like Weezy, everybody they'll pull up, but he might have an email where like Weezy, Jacob, me, Southside, everybody know to like send some stuff, and they might be in the studio some night just want to hear some fresh shit. Like pull up the email,
Mhm.
see who sent what. But back then it was a lot more like just submissions type thing. You know what I'm saying? And I was doing all that. Like, bro, I've been on Twitter since 2009. I was submitting beats to everybody, bro. Like every fucking body. I'm sending you 20 pay. I'm sending you everything. Like just hoping, praying you rap on one of these motherfuckers.
how do you get their attention in that email? Is there any trick to that? Like name
I
the
used to think
Dropbox
it
folder,
was. I used to,
something
bro.
fire
I
or
used to
something?
type all kind of stuff. That at the bottom, I have like credits of other artists I didn't produce for. Like write a whole everything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Was there anybody that you were really trying to reach out to, work with, that just you couldn't get their attention in the
I
beginning?
mean, a lot of them, most of them.
Yeah, that you worked with or you never ended up working with?
I feel like I probably ended up working with most of them, but just at the time, like, I mean, you gotta think they just got so many people sending beats.
Yeah.
Like, so many people sending beats. Maybe they didn't get them. Maybe the vibe and the circumstance went right. Maybe they just went hard like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But even to this day, like, I'd rather just be in a room with an artist. Because even with artists, sometimes I have to play so many beats before we get to something that they like. Different artists are different, but somebody like Savage, like, he real picky with beats.
Mhm.
Like, real picky. Like, I have to play a lot
Well, he's
of
got
beats.
like a very certain like I don't know the word, but
yeah.
tone to his beats, or you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Nah,
he's got a
for
certain
sure.
vibe to it
Definitely.
where it's like really hard
Yeah.
and it fits him. I don't know. That's what I noticed.
And like his logic, he always explain to me is like he don't want to waste no time, so it'd be like it just be certain beats that he know he want to rock with, cause he in his mind he trying to make every song hard
Yeah.
type shit. You know what I'm saying? Which I understand. So yeah, we'll just sit there for a while, just going through them.
Have you ever thought about like, okay, I've done like the drill, or like not drill, but like the harder rap music. I
Mhm.
want to challenge myself and do like a different type of beat or album, like a passion project that's way
Yeah, like you ever brought out
different.
like a country beat or something?
I mean, I got a couple side projects that I'm working on. It's not what people would be used to. And even this album, like just sprinkled in, this album and the last one, just sprinkled in certain like elements just to let people know, you know, but I've just never, for my own albums, wanted to just take like
Yeah,
a
of
hard
course.
left turn. And it's like,
Mm.
oh, what the
That'd
fuck
be
is going
weird,
on?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It'd be
Yeah.
weird. Like you gotta let people grow with you.
Yeah.
So like every time I just throw a little more of this in there, throw a little more of that in there. But I mean, I've done some other type stuff for sure. Like,
Like, do you ever make like any pop beats or anything like that?
yeah, for sure. I mean, yes, but just the word pop, I'm trying to think of like what you even call that. Like, but I know what you
He's
mean.
really
though.
into
Yeah,
like
just more
what's that-
poppy sounding.
What's that Bieber song? Eeny Meeny.
Yeah, that song slaps.
He was talking to me. Have you ever heard that?
Nah, I ain't
Yeah, I
heard
mean,
it.
yeah. Okay, go ahead.
No, I'd tell him just sometimes like the fruity songs, like they do slap, like old Taylor Swift or like.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not really on that. Like, you're not
Yeah.
listening to Flo Rida in the Maybach
I never said
truck, are you?
Florida.
Shout out Flow Rider, man.
But
Well,
do you
Lowe's a
bump that in the
banger,
Maybach
but yeah.
truck on the way to here? Maybe to
That
pick up your kids one time,
type shit.
like my house on the way home.
It's at my house. That was a banger too. But even like, I remember we were working on After Hours with Abel. We was working on After Hours, and we was in the studio in Toronto, and I told him, I was like, yo, I always fuck with how sometimes you do like them like dance like type. I was like, I'm trying to do one of them. Like, what's up? And he started like humming out this bass line, and I just started like do some drums with it, and I played the bass line out, and he did the whole demo on it, and it was crazy, and it ended up being Faith off of After Hours.
Nice.
So like, I love doing all kind of stuff. I did Stay Flow and Solange's album. That was a fire experience. She's definitely one of the most creative and like passionate, like that level I told you like that he's on, like as far as like music and how much you care and how much you put into it, like she's on that level.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that was fire. I mean, I got all kind of stuff that's just, I'm just waiting to unleash that's in all of those lanes. Like, I just love music. I don't like to put no label on it, none of that. I feel like for years, like I've always felt like everybody tried to like put me in a box.
What do you mean by that?
Like,
On your capabilities?
yeah. Or they'll be like, okay, cool, he's the best trap producer, and give him like a pat. You
Like
know, like we'll let you have that, but that's it. And it's like, whoever said, I never even said I was that. Like,
Who does that, the public or people in the business?
I mean, both. Like, I mean, mostly like the public and, you know, just the internet and shit. But like, I've used it to fuel me to be like, okay, now I'm gonna show y'all something.
Yeah.
Or even like with this album, like, okay, now I'm gonna show you something. And I just then used it to like keep, you know what I'm saying? It's made me like grow.
Yeah. So, I mean, now when you're as successful as you are, do you still like, do you wake up and make beats every day? Like, what do you do now?
I like to wake up, I work out now, so I'll go to the gym.
What time?
It used to be like 6, 7. But
Oh, now you're slacking?
I'm not slacking. I go at 11:30 now. Cause my trainer, he got another job now, so that's just the time now.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
11:30. I might make some beats before, make some after, in the shower after, make some beats, and just go with the rest of my day. But yeah, I still make beats all the time, like, cause it's what I just love to do. Like, it's fun for me. So it's like, you
Yeah.
know.
How do you stay like getting creative when making beats now? Like, is there anything you do when you're like in a slump?
Man, that's a good question, because I used to get stumped on that, but I had unlocked and figured out, like, which was a lot of inspiration on this new album, was like just listening to shit that I loved growing up. And that's where I've been getting my inspiration. You know, like I said, like it's in my IG bio, student of the game, like I mean that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm listening to all this shit I love growing up and just soaking it in. And not trying to copy it, but it's like, it's just inspiration. It's just like, just peeping the methods and the techniques and just the shit they were doing, you know? And you mix that in with a lot of new ways we got today and you get just fresh shit.
Yeah.
You know, so anytime if I feel like that, I'll just go listen to some shit. Might take a drive, throw an Outkast album on,
Might hit Magic City.
Go to Magic, you know what I'm saying? Get inspired, go back to the studio.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Is there any artists where you're like, I gotta work with them? I've yet to, but that's next on my list.
Tim's. I hit her up. I'm definitely sending her some beats. But I just love her voice, bro. Just the texture of her voice is just gives me chills. I know some more people. Shit. I mean, I wish Prince and Michael Jackson was around.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think about that all the time. Like, damn, I always wanted to work with DMX too before he passed.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
I
a
grew
good
up
one.
big DMX fan. Like, had the CDs. Like, I used to wear, like, from the dollar store, they had like the dog collars. Man, I used to wear that shit. All that shit, like DMX. And like I said earlier, he's got like one of them voices. Like,
Yeah.
I'm big on the voices, bro. It's about the voice.
Like a unique voice.
Yeah. 'cause
Like
with
21 has that for sure.
Exactly. So like with a unique voice, like as a producer, you could build like a soundscape around there, or like it's like painting, or like when I'm making a beat or working on a song or something and imagining that voice in there and just like the combinations, it's just like, you know?
Yeah.
So hell yeah.
I know you got some crazy ass studio session story or like something where you were like randomly go to the studio and you just fucking turn a banger in like an hour, a couple hours. You're like, yo, this is crazy.
There's been so much shit, so many
Or what
songs
about
over
something
here.
too?
Yeah,
where,
no, a crazy studio story.
I
or,
know
like,
there's some
something or,
shit
like,
that's gone down in the studio, but something like that, or like something where you made a track and you had no idea and it just went so crazy? You're like,
Yo,
what the fuck?
One thing I can't think of with that, which is actually, I guess it's probably the biggest song I've ever produced, like just numbers wise and everything. Congratulations with Post Malone.
Oh shit!
Yeah, let's hear about that.
So
I didn't know that was.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I've been fucked with Post for a minute, like even before that. So he had called me. I came to the studio one day, and the Olympics were going on. So and like I said, like Post is a great guy. I love him. Beautiful human. So like,
It's crazy how good of a guy he is. Actually.
Yeah,
you feel me? So people
had him
like
on
that,
here.
exactly. So people like that, it's like the music will just make itself because we in there just being pure humans. So like we in there, we vibing. Shout out Frank Dukes. I did that with Frank Dukes and Louis Bell. Louis was recording, Frank was in there. And the same day I was supposed to pull up on Quavo the same night in the studio, cause when I'm working and stuff, I might see 2-3 people in one night, just move around. So I was going.
Is this in Atlanta?
This is in LA.
Okay.
So I'm supposed to pull up on Quavo after that. So he had called me already while I'm in there with Post, and he like, man, where you at? What you doing? I'm like, man, I'm in here with Post. So I had put a Post to the side. I said, man, you ever did a song with Quavo? He like, nah, that would be dope though. I was like, man, he just called me like, you good if he pull up? Cause like this still your session. I'm not just finna have somebody like come over here. I'm not finna be that dude. You know what I'm saying? You might not be on that vibe. So he's like,
yeah.
you know how Post is. He
Keep
like,
going, yeah, that's
hell
crazy.
yeah, of course. So told Quavo pull up. He pulled up, and me and Frank in there making the beat. Me, Frank, and Lewis, we working on the beat, and Post is just writing some stuff. And like I remember the Olympics was on the TV, and just how the music was sounding, it just sounded like some champion shit. And I had said out loud, I remember saying, I was like, we need to make some stuff. Whatever song we make, that shit need to sound like how this shit look.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So he just ended up going, Post laid his shit down. Even while the beat going, you see Quavo already putting his shit together in his head. And it just all came together. I remember like when the song was done, we played it 1,000 times and everybody's just in there like, what the fuck?
How did this
That's
happen?
a fucking dope story, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank
How-
God you told that.
How long was that? Like, cause does Quavo go there knowing like, yo, I'm gonna get on some track? Like he has no idea, he hasn't heard it.
Nah, I mean, he just knew like, shit, we gonna fuck around and just, like when we go in the studio, we don't even think about it too. I was just like, I'm gonna go over there, fuck around, like, you know, maybe a song will come out of it, that'll come out, maybe nothing will ever come out, but it's just like we vibing and everybody's intentions was pure. So we was just in there vibing and it ended up being
How good does it feel when you listen to that back and you're like, holy fuck, this is it?
yeah, man, it's crazy. Like even that shit going diamond plat being in my house, I'm like, man, what the fuck? Like, that shit was on the humble. I could have easily not pulled up to the studio that night or just being like,
Yeah.
caught him the next day or, you know what I'm saying? That's why you never know.
How quickly does that song get made? Like how quickly does like Quavo step in and then just lay down his
I
his
feel like
verse?
from making the beat to recording the whole song,
You guys made the beat that night too?
yeah, we made the beat on the spot. Like while we're making the beat, like Post is like putting the song together, like writing the song type thing. They're both like doing the song, like as we're making the beat, they're like making the song. Then once the beat is ready, they just recorded their parts. And
How quick after you recorded it did you drop that?
I'm not sure how long they dropped it after. It maybe like some months or something, maybe a few months. And at this
How
time,
do you
my
sit
career,
on that though? If it's like you're like, yo, this is such a fucking banger. Like, how do you not like, yo, let's put this out like ASAP?
I mean, it's his song and like for his album and shit. So like,
Sure.
I can't just be like, yo, Post drop this song tomorrow. Like, I'm working on so much different shit. I'm not even thinking about it. Like, till I just see an email like, okay, they finna drop it. Even when they said they was finna drop it, I'm like, cool. I'm not looking at it like, oh, it's finna be this huge diamond record. I'm like, okay, cool. It's another good song. It's like tunnel vision. It's like, okay, that's done. I'm grateful for it. It's a blessing, but I'm not stuck on it. You feel me?
What songs did you record when you knew like, yo, right away this is gonna go fucking crazy?
How about Bad and Bougie? You were working
Yeah.
on that one too, right?
Yeah.
That's
Did you guys
another
know that was gonna do
massive
that
track.
when you?
No, hell no. No idea at all. I mean, I knew it was hard.
Yeah.
You know, I knew it was hard, but like it'd be hard to gauge like how shit's gonna perform.
Yeah.
There's so many variables that go into that. It'd be time, it'd be what's going on, it'd be how it comes out, it'd be so many different things. So like even that, I just text Offset a few beats. He was recording his stuff at home. And I remember he had texted a song back. I was like, oh, damn, this shit is hard. He had text 2 songs back. He sent that and No Complaints back. And I was like, damn. I was like, these shits is hard. So we was just always playing the song. I always listen to it in the studio, and everybody would like react well to it. But I never like would have guessed like, oh, number 1, this, that, this, that, this, that. But you know, it's a blessing.
It's so wild that you guys like go through all this to put out tracks, and from we've had a lot of artists on here, and it seems like you just never know like, yo, which one's really gonna take off.
You don't. Like, as a producer with my ear, like I'll know like, okay, they'll fuck with this, or like this shit is hard, but I don't never know like
Numbers wise.
yo, this going top 10. Like, it's just like, oh, this shit dope.
Yeah.
Like, to me.
That's probably a good way to look at it though too.
Yeah.
You treat then you treat everything the same.
Yeah. So like when shit do happen, like it'd be a blessing and a surprise. It'd be like, oh damn, like that's what's up.
Yeah. 100%.
Shit
Have
like
you ever
that.
produced Dressed as Spider-Man or no?
Nah.
So
I
he was
might should
capping?
try that probably. I'll probably try
Next
that
time
now.
you're in a slump, instead of taking a drive, just
Dressed
Put
up
the
as Spider-Man?
Spider-Man suit on and just make some beats.
Yeah.
Like, what's that nigga that be in New York with the Spider-Man suit on?
Oh, we just fucking saw his ass. He tackled me to the ground. No, this isn't like a thing, by the way. Like,
what do you mean? He brought that
well,
up.
you're only showing my L's, bro. I do have dubs.
And he be wearing the Timbs.
Yeah, he's fucking
like
wild
the
too.
Yankee
And he
fitted.
says drinking Hennessy.
Yeah, he had the Henny.
Steiny was talking to his girl.
Yeah, she'd be here right now. If I was.
Katie, that's not my. This is you supposed to her.
Okay.
You was or not?
I'm done. Spider-Man.
Yo, and he got the hat on. What's going on right here?
Nice.
What is he on?
Bro, he
Spider-Cuz.
stays with a Hennessy bottle.
No,
like,
he keep the
at 9
Henny
a.m.
and the-
he's
yeah.
fucking. There's a quarter of it gone, and then at 2 p.m. there's a whole new bottle.
Just
He drinks
refill.
2 bottles of Hennessy a day. Like I am convinced.
Damn.
Yeah, and he's dressed as Spider-Man, and no
Shout
one.
out to him though. I be seeing him online. That should be funny.
Yeah,
I be laughing.
Nah,
at
I mean
that
he's
really
aggressive,
funny.
but yeah,
He said he's aggressive. I see.
yeah, he came at me hard, bro. Do you watch like any or like are you on TikTok or do you watch creators, YouTube, anything like that?
Creators YouTube.
Just like any YouTube vlogs or like any other things outside of music.
Nah. Not there's nothing wrong with it. I guess I'm just like
You don't go on TikTok at all
I don't have it on my phone.
because you're afraid you're gonna start making TikTok songs, or
Not even that. It's just like, it never appealed to me like that. I guess because I'm older. I mean, I'm 29, but on top of that, I'm an old soul, so I feel like I'm like 50 something. But I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, it's TikTok some bullshit. Like, I embrace it. I'm like, that's hard. Like, young folks going crazy with shit. So it'd be that, and I just don't. Everybody I know tell me how addicting it is. So I just told myself like, I don't need another app on my phone. I'm just
Fuck no.
scrolling through mindlessly.
yeah,
Like, I just don't need that for me. It's already enough of that already. Like,
yeah, it's addicting as
I
fuck.
can't get into it. I don't know
everybody
why.
tells me
What?
it's addicting.
I only open it when I'm posting on our account, and then I don't
Bro,
consume TikTok.
It's the most addicting app of all time.
I just don't
Because
consume it.
you gotta think about it. You just fucking thumb swipe, and then there's hella videos. And like you said, everyone's so creative now.
Everybody
Everyone's
is.
funny as fuck, bro.
And I see the effect it has on people I know, or like girls, just people who be around. Like, I be seeing them like mindlessly, like for the longest, and won't look up. It'll be like 20 minutes. I'll be like, God damn. I'm like, no, I don't need that in my
Are your
life.
little brothers and sisters on it a lot?
Nah, my youngest brother, he's 8, so he ain't got no phone. He don't need one. My sister,
Yeah,
she's
way
12.
too young.
She an old soul too. She be on YouTube really. She
Mhm.
like do like Marvel edits on YouTube. That's her thing.
Whoa,
Like she's
she's doing the editing.
Yeah, she does it. She's 12. She turns 13 next month, and she's big on that.
Well, that's fucking
It's crazy.
amazing.
It's crazy when you
Yeah.
see the kids like they're like 4 now, and they're like they have like
Yeah.
a phone, and they're just like
Yeah, but my little brother,
That's
who's
so
8,
bad.
he don't have a phone, but he has a iPad he be on all the time.
What, he's in architecture?
Yeah, he just be on there like he'll play games most of the time, or he'll be on YouTube like watching like Mr. Beast and shit like that, and
Yeah.
and he'll watch people play video games. And I always tell him, I'd be like, bro, you don't know how crazy it is to me. Like,
Oh,
back
when
in
they're
our
on
day,
Twitch, yeah.
like nobody's ever watching nobody play a video
No,
game.
it seems like the biggest waste of time, bro.
It's like, nigga, it's my turn. Like, we used to hate watching niggas play the game.
you
Like,
gotta
Yeah.
be into the
give
game.
up the
though.
controller. Like, it's my turn.
no,
Like,
but
nigga,
that guy has to be like Fuck. I mean, how the fuck do you watch that? I never got that either.
I'll watch
Like, how
him
are you
for
watching a
30
gamer's
minutes. He'll
game
watch somebody else play the
when
game.
you could go play that right now?
Like, he has PlayStation, all that. He had Fortnite. He got all that shit.
Yeah.
I,
But
I
he's
think if
gonna
you're
watch
really,
somebody else play.
if you're really into the game though, like you appreciate someone watching it that's like nasty at it. Like when I was really into COD, I would like watch sometimes people stream on Twitch because like they're just so nasty.
Yeah, see,
It's a
that's
big
that's
thing
how
now.
we're cut different. Because like my
Yeah.
attitude is like, yo, I'm gonna go get that nasty.
But you
at
never
Call of
got-
Duty
yeah,
and play
like,
the
you never
console.
that's
got
my
that nasty.
attitude.
That's
like,
my
hold
attitude
on.
too.
I
See,
gotta
that's that
get fired
connection
like
we have.
that. Like,
That's
so
why we
y'all
gotta go
watch
to the
us
studio.
play.
I'd dust you in COD anytime.
No,
bro.
I mean,
yeah,
that's
old CODs especially.
That's maybe why we should hit the studio, like straight up.
Yeah,
Maybe you never know, right?
you never know.
One more thing we didn't talk about was like how is working with Morgan Freeman.
Oh
We
yeah.
got- sorry, we gotta talk about that.
yeah.
I noticed you. Did you not give yourself any lines in that script with Morgan? Like, were you like intimidated, like acting with
No,
him?
it's so crazy. When we shot it, I had a few lines, and I did say some lines.
And what? You just wanted to ask him?
Nah, it was Shia Gibson Hazard, who directed it. We had a cut. I had some lines in it. And it's not even like I fucked it up or whatever. It was just regular. Like, I did well. I feel like I did well with but seeing that and then just seeing it without me saying nothing, I was just like, it was just so
It's
much
like
harder.
mysterious, yeah.
Yeah, because like I've seen this ongoing thing online where like people always be like, yo, I've never heard Metro talk, or I watch on these comments, they're gonna be like, yo, this is the first time I heard Metro talk. Like, people always say that. So I just thought it's so cool to like just have that big of a presence and impact on
Oh,
shit.
hell
And
yeah.
it's like, yo, he didn't say nothing. After it came out, everybody told me the whole time, like, yo, this shit was crazy and you ain't say nothing the whole time. Like,
Whose idea was that whole concept and shit?
man, Gibson, man. Like, he's crazy, bro. Like, it was like 2 years ago, I remember he had, and like the way his mind works, he just be like, so when he was telling me like the whole vision, everything, like how he verbally said to me is how he edited and ended up.
Hmm.
I remember it was like, yeah, and then you're gonna be on the top of the pyramid, then you're gonna pull out and you're gonna drive out the fucking shit and go down the shit and that's gonna be a fire truck. And I was just hearing that first when I was seeing it, I'm like, yeah, that sounds crazy. Like, hell yeah, let's do it. But then when he did it, I'm like, oh shit, like this is exactly what you said it would be and better and more. So yeah, that was him.
Were you intimidated working with Morgan Freeman? Like, what was he like meeting him? Tell us that story.
He could have been stoked to meet you,
Man.
maybe.
The legend, bro, just in the presence of I ain't felt like that really in front of too many people, probably in front of anybody ever. Just like this go way back beyond music. Like, come on, we grew up watching and hearing
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, even having him on Savage Mode 2, like his vocals, that was one thing. I was just like, damn. But then like to shoot something and like really be acting, like doing scenes with him and just chopping it up in between, man, he's cool, bro. He's so cool, like just funny. I feel like he be trolling.
How so?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
He doesn't seem like he's trolling, does he?
I know, but that's why it. Be
He's that
funny.
good?
Yes.
I mean, it's Morgan Freeman. If
'Cause,
he
like-
says something to you, like he could.
Why,
like,
did he
could
say
I
fuck
feel
something
like
to
he
you? Did he
knows
hate on
that.
your
I
fit
feel
or
like he
something?
knows that. No, it's just certain shit he would just say on set, and it'd be like
You'd be like, yo, was that?
everybody gets serious, and it's like everybody stepping up and like,
Oh, well, he has that kind of power.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like over time and just certain shit he would say, I'd be like, I know what you're doing. Like, you know, this is how we all perceive you.
Yeah.
And it's like he's just playing with it, having fun with that. Like, but
What? He's like narrating shit or like saying some powerful shit.
or just like,
Yo, everybody better get this fucking take right.
yeah, just certain shit, bro. Like, not even that, but just
And the set's wild, Loki.
man, it
People
was
are like,
just,
yo, we didn't sign up for this.
like it'd be certain shit, and he would be like, they ask him to do something, he'd be like, I'm not doing that. Why would I do that? I'm in Shawshank Redemption. He said that like 10 times that day.
He has a point.
Yeah.
But he knows he has a point.
What are you gonna say to
is
that?
valid.
But
But
what are you
valid.
gonna say to that?
It
You
better
feel
be
me?
something
What are you gonna
serious
say?
that he has to do.
But like over time, like I know it's like that was just his humor, like, but because he knows how serious of a figure and voice and just presence he has, like if he says something, even if it's a joke, it's like everybody's just all wondering, like, is he joking or is he serious?
What is your best response to that? When he says, yo, I'm in Shawshank
You know what?
Redemption.
Yeah,
then you just
probably
have to
don't-
walk
you
away.
Probably don't have to do
You're
it.
right.
Yeah.
Unless it's something he really has to do, he doesn't have to do it.
You're right.
Fuck.
And
It's
I
jokes when
remember,
you're that successful that you can just be like cocky as fuck and everyone's like, oh yeah, actually, you know what? You're right.
Yo,
like you're just
yeah.
that. You're just that.
Okay,
guy.
yep, you're right. Yeah.
I remember we was in between scenes one time, and we just stand next to each other. Like we would just chop it up in between scenes. And we were like side by side because we had to like act like we were looking out over the city. And he had just turned like this and he had looked and he was like, how do you make all that music with them tiny ass ears?
Bro.
And then I was just like, that let me know, like I knew I was like, nah, see, you be trolling, bro. So I was like.
But he keeps a serious face?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Did you hesitate like, yo, I'm gonna fire back some shit at you?
No. I was just like, the first thing I thought about was.
You definitely had a diss ready though.
Nah, man.
No.
I knew he was serious though, because like, I told him instantly, I said, bro, it's so crazy you saying that because back in school, like, I don't want to say getting made fun of, like I was getting bullied or something, but like, when niggas would crack jokes, that'd be their go-to. Like, they always talk about like how small my ears are.
Mm-hmm.
Or people always have said that for years. So when he said it, I was like, oh, you funny. But nah, that was crazy.
Damn, that's wild.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. All right, bro.
Metro,
Well,
thank
this
you,
is
bro. We
fucking-
appreciate
this is
it.
Awesome. Really
Man, thank
appreciate
you
it, bro.
guys, man. Thank you for having
Thank you,
me.
man.
I
Thank you, bro.
appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Metro,
much.
let's go.
Let's go.
Much love.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Man, appreciate you guys.
No, bro. Thank
Can't wait. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, they not bullshit.